Friday, January 19th, and this is The National.
Tonight, as Donald Trump prepares for a second presidential year, we look at a deeply divided U.S. through the eyes of two women we first brought together 1 year ago.
The sisters of one of the Toronto murder victims tells us about their brother in a case that's left an entire community on edge.
But we begin with a verdict in the Lac-Mégantic rail disaster. Reaction from the town, questions about whether three men now acquitted should have been on trial.
It was more proper that there be some kind of a public inquiry to find out and to determine all of the circumstances which led to this tragedy, and not just the role that one or two people might have played.
Three former Montreal, Maine and Atlantic employees, locomotive engineer Tom Harding, rail traffic controller Richard Labrie, and operations manager Jean Demetre, all found not guilty today of criminal negligence causing death in one of the deadliest rail disasters in Canadian history. Many of the Lac-Mégantic residents say they're not convinced the right people were brought to trial in the first place.
At the beginning, I never had the feeling that they had any criminal intent. The way this company was making money is to have the lowest safety rules as possible. For sure, there was negligence, but there was so many other people higher than them who make negligent thing in regards of this accident. We always see them like the very, very small fish.
The disaster happened in the early hours of July 6, 2013. A series of explosions rocked the town of Lac-Mégantic. A train carrying 7.7 million liters of crude oil derailed, setting fire to the town. Phone recordings from that night captured the moment the train engineer discovered what happened.
It's your train that rolled down? No. Yes, sir. No, RJ. Yes, sir. Holy. Yes, sir.
Hours earlier, the 72-car train had parked in Nantes, Quebec, picking up speed as it traveled 11 kilometers toward Lac-Mégantic. The aftermath, 47 people killed, about 2,000 residents forced from their homes, and the downtown core destroyed. Lac-Mégantic's physical scars remain. Residents are exhausted from the mental toll of that trial, too. And as Jayla Bernstein learned, they're looking to moving forward.
At the courthouse, a mixture of relief and tears from one of the accused railway workers.
Aux 47 victimes, puis à tous les gens de Mégantic. J'espère que vous avez eu les réponses que vous demandiez avec ce procès-là. Malgré que j'ai jamais parlé, j'ai toujours pensé aux autres. J'avais pas prévu de pleurer. Mais ça a été dur, ça a été long.
Richard Labrie was the rail traffic controller on duty the night the train derailed and exploded. Michel Boulanger followed the trial closely from home in Lac-Mégantic. He says he did get the answers he needed.
I'm very happy by the verdict because that 3% cannot be responsible for all this tragedy.
Oh my God!
The horror of what happened that warm summer night 4.5 years ago is still fresh in the minds of many locals. The way the ground shook and how the heat was unbearable.
I lost friends, good friend. I lost my niece. I lost people who work with me.
For him, a chapter has closed.
Today, Cathy is free. Is free. Cathy can sleep all her life. She's free today.
Cathy Clusio's father was in court for the jury's decision.
It will be never finished in my mind because I lost my daughter and she will be always on my mind.
To truly move on, what some people here are calling for is a railway bypass. Today, the mayor said that while they might have closed a chapter, to close the book, what they need is for trains to stop rolling through their downtown. She wants assurances from the provincial and federal governments that that change is coming. But for many in the small town of Lac-Mégantic, the damage can't be repaired.
For me, Lac-Mégantic never same.
He plans to leave the city once his partner retires, to leave the difficult memories in the past. Jayla Bernstein, CBC News, Lac-Mégantic, Quebec.
After the disaster, the government did implement a number of changes to Canada's rail industry. The type of tankers that slammed into Lac-Mégantic, known as .111s, are no longer allowed to transport crude oil. The cars would often puncture and leak during crashes, as officials in Canada and the U.S. had been pointing out for years, though the government didn't begin to phase them out until 2014.
We have a very safe system of transport in Canada, and Canadians can be proud of what we have. But we can always do better.
Now, trains transporting dangerous goods are required to have at least a two-person crew, and they have lower speed limits when traveling through urban areas. And Adrienne, we're also, of course, tracking the story of what seems to be a murder, maybe multiple murders, in the Toronto area and the accused.
Indeed. Well, those murdered men and more who are missing are on the minds of people in Toronto today, obviously, especially the families, the grieving families.
I got the first phone call, and all I could say was, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
For Andrew Kinsman's sisters, it has been a grueling 48 hours. The man charged with his murder made a court appearance today, facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. And tonight, we're learning more about the suspect, Bruce McArthur, and the wide-ranging investigation. People in the community are also asking questions about 3 other men who are missing from the neighborhood. Ron Charles has more on that.
The man in the prisoner's box cut a familiar figure to some people in the courtroom. Bruce McArthur's brief court appearance on first-degree murder charges relates to the disappearances of Salim Essen and Andrew Kinsman. This friend of Kinsman also has a slight connection to McArthur.
I don't know him personally, but I know people who know him, who've gone on vacation with him, so it's weird to think that it was just that close. So I wanted to see his face.
The man whose Facebook page included photos of his stint as a mall Santa is still the subject of an intense police investigation. Forensics officers and detectives have been searching 5 locations connected to McArthur. They include his high-rise apartment in East Toronto, this rural property where he sometimes stayed about 200 kilometers outside the city, and this house in Toronto's suburban Scarborough area. It's owned by the same man who owns the rural property. Neighbors say McArthur was often there with a relative of the owner.
I know you always say that in these types of situations, but I felt he was warm and inviting and engaging, and I allowed him to talk to my children, which I feel a little shocked about now.
Police have not yet found the bodies of the missing men, and they believe there are other victims. Police had already been probing the disappearances of 3 other men connected to the gay village. Skandaraj Navaratnam, Abdul Basir Faisi, and Majid Kayhan disappeared between 2010 and 2012. El Farouk Kaki is an immigration lawyer and LGBT community activist who drew attention to those earlier cases. He says at the time, police told the community there was no connection between the 3 men's disappearances, similar to what they said about Kinsman and Essen just a few weeks ago.
This would suggest that this is a pattern and that there is a connection. And those of us who are involved in community are now, if we didn't make the linkages back in 2010, 2012, 2013, are certainly making those linkages now, right?
Toronto police have stopped officially commenting, which is customary once court proceedings begin. McArthur is due back in court on February 14th. Ron Charles, CBC News, Toronto.
For the families of Salim Essen and Andrew Kinsman, the arrest was the development they had been waiting for, but also painful confirmation that their loved one was gone forever. We heard more today from Andrew Kinsman's sisters, who never stopped searching for him. They spoke with the CBC's Ali Chiesson about how they're feeling today.
The Kinsman sisters share the same positive disposition as their brother Andrew. They were close.
We would always pretend he was our baby.
They had 49 years worth of memories before Andrew Kinsman vanished.
When did you start losing hope?
Karen and I differ on that. Yeah. I knew in my heart that on June 26, when he went missing and was reported missing 3 days later, he would never leave his 17-year-old cat. Deep down, I sort of knew, and Karen was a little different than me. Yeah, I mean, you fear that they're dead, but you hope that, you know, he's had a medical emergency. He's just decided on a whim to take off with someone and, you know, spend a week away. If he had been gone for a walk and fell, he would have been found. Yeah. If he had had a heart attack walking up Yonge Street, he would have been found.
After 7 months of putting up missing posters and ground searches, Patricia Kinsman's fears were sadly realized.
I don't think there's closure.
Megan Marion was the first to report Andrew missing.
I want the best of Andrew present in my life and in my community till I'm done.
The whole community is still wrestling with the unknowns. Where is his body and how was he killed? The suspect was a familiar face in the neighborhood.
The culprit, I've encountered him a few times through the community, and I think everybody's at ease now. I just want this whole thing resolved one way or another. Justice will have its rewards.
Meanwhile, the families of other missing men in the neighborhood are left to wonder when or if they'll get some answers too. Ali Chiasson, CBC News, Toronto.
It's definitely scary. And given that some of the missing were at the time new to the neighborhood, and at least one was a refugee, that has really complicated the search for them all these years. And Ian, you are looking at another difficult search for answers.
Well, Adrian, just 3 weeks to go before Pyeongchang 2018, and a former U.S. speed skater telling CBC News that she has come forward to Speed Skating Canada to report allegations that Canada's head coach, Michael Crow, had sexual relationships with athletes during his time as a coach in the United States. Crow abruptly took a leave of absence earlier this month, pending an internal investigation, though Speed Skating Canada hasn't told us what prompted that. Diana Swain is part of CBC's investigative team looking into all of this.
And Cindy Clausen at the line is your new leader.
On the strength of incredible athletes, Canada has won more medals in speed skating than any other Olympic sport.
It is Clara Hughes of Canada gold.
Its value to Canada's Olympic reputation can't be overstated.
They're going into the final turn.
But the team will compete in Korea without a head coach. Earlier this week, CBC News reported Canada's head coach of the speed skating program, Michael Crow, has taken a leave of absence and an internal investigation is underway. But the Calgary-based team wouldn't say what it was about. Now we've learned Speed Skating Canada CEO Susan Auck, herself a former competitor, contacted at least one former U.S. athlete last year. Eva Rodansky says Auck asked about allegations Rodansky had made that Crow had more than one affair with skaters under his direction when he ran the U.S. program.
I believed it had to do with the things I had written about in the past.
Rodansky competed for the U.S. but quit the team ahead of the Olympics in 2006, believing Crow had favored a rival for an Olympic spot because she alleges he was romantically involved with the other athlete. She believes that gave the other woman a competitive advantage in training.
If you were a woman in speed skating, your experience in speed skating was completely different under Michael Crow than a man's experience under Michael Crow. All a man had to do is show up and be talented.
CBC News has not independently verified Rodansky's allegations. Years earlier, Chantal Cermak competed for the U.S. and contacted by CBC News by telephone, she says she had an affair with Crow while he coached her in the 1990s.
I felt so stuck in this moral turmoil. He is the best coach in the world, in my opinion. He got me from 10th in the United States to 1st. What was I supposed to do?
She, too, alleges Crow was involved with more than one athlete he coached. Cermak says she's learned Speed Skating Canada also wants to hear from her. Skate Canada's Code of Conduct for athletes, in place since 1999, is clear. At no time can coaches become intimately or sexually involved with their athletes. It's not clear whether the U.S. program had the same rule. Crow and some other members of the coaching staff were replaced by the U.S. in 2006 after the team underperformed at the Olympics in Turin. Crow was hired by Speed Skating Canada the following year, and in 2015 he was promoted to oversee the entire program. Speed Skating Canada won't say if it knew about allegations of Crow's past involvement with U.S. athletes when he was hired, or what's prompted its investigation now. We haven't seen any indication he was involved with skaters here. CBC News has attempted to contact Michael Crow for his comment, but he hasn't responded to our requests. Diana Swain, CBC News, Toronto.
Ahead tonight on The National, the Prime Minister faced some tough questions today on a remote First Nation. From addiction to running water to the suicide crisis in their community, we'll hear from the teenagers who asked the questions.
But first, this weekend marks 1 year since Donald Trump's inauguration and 1 year since millions of women took part in marches around the world. We'll catch up with two women from either end of the political spectrum to see if time brought them closer together.
And we want to give you a look at Washington tonight, where lawmakers are staring down a midnight deadline that could spell a government shutdown. Keith Bogue will have the latest live from Washington next.
Secours! 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 Ja, daar gaat hij. Ja.
nummer 3.
One-two pitch. He struck him out.
On the National tonight, some new details about the death of former Blue Jays great Roy Halladay. Autopsy results obtained by U.S. media show that on the day his plane crashed into the Gulf of Mexico, he had traces of morphine and amphetamine and a sedative commonly known as Ambien in his system. It's not known whether those drugs contributed to the crash. The official cause of death, blunt force trauma combined with drowning. Also tonight, a coroner has ruled that music legend Tom Petty died of an accidental drug overdose. Petty was found unconscious at his home last October. His family said in a statement tonight that he was dealing with a series of medical issues, including a broken hip, and he had been taking a variety of pain medications, including fentanyl at the time. Petty's family says they hope his death fuels more discussion about the opioid crisis.
We've collected and reviewed video and have determined that there are people out there who have not yet come forward. We've had a look at video, we've spoken to other witnesses in the area, and it just doesn't match up.
Some frustration today from Vancouver police. Despite almost a week of investigation by a team of about 50 officers, it appears they still haven't made significant progress in the shooting death of a 15-year-old innocent bystander last Saturday. Alfred Wong was hit by a bullet as he and his parents were driving down a busy street last Saturday night. A man known to police, likely the intended target, was also killed. Police are pleading with more witnesses to come forward, either to a command post they're setting up at the scene of the shooting tomorrow, or to contact them more discreetly. And here's a live look at Capitol Hill in Washington, where the final push is on for lawmakers to strike a deal to avert a U.S. government shutdown in less than 3 hours. Without a deal, the federal government will run out of money. Our Keith Bogue now on the roots of this impasse.
Immigration activists understand that their issue, protection for young people who are brought to the U.S. as children and ended up having families themselves and building lives here, that issue is at the heart of the budget showdown. But whether it needs to get dealt with tonight in order to keep the government open, that's no longer clear. Democrats want to deal with the immigrant issue now, and their Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer met with the president privately for an hour this afternoon.
We had a long and detailed meeting. We discussed all of the major outstanding issues. We made some progress, but we still have a good number of disagreements. The discussions will continue.
The president tweeted, "Excellent preliminary meeting in Oval with Senator Schumer. Making progress. 4-week extension would be best." Democrats might support a 4-week extension because it's short enough for them to regain the leverage of another shutdown threat in time to deal with the immigrant issue. But they'd rather get it done now.
If the president were to say, Congress, you stay in this weekend and you stay at the table till you have a final deal, and I know it's got to be bipartisan because it'll need Democratic votes in the Senate, and I will support a bipartisan deal. If he were to say that, that would be really, really helpful.
Shutting down the government doesn't really make any of them look particularly responsible.
It is my hope that the Senate will play its historic role, which is to be the grown-ups who sit down and try and help cooler heads prevail.
Andy, and we've reached the last-ditch efforts to try to avoid a shutdown tonight. We have Senate Democrats in an emergency meeting. We have the Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell scheduling a vote for 10 o'clock to try to end debate on the spending bill so that they can bring it to the floor for a vote.
So, Keith, for a lot of us here in Canada, an unfamiliar process. What is the significance of the vote?
Well, the vote that happens at 10 o'clock is a vote to try to end debate. So they need 60 votes for that. That's the critical vote. If they don't get it, then they can't even bring the spending bill to the floor for a vote. That would mean that a shutdown is all but inevitable.
And what about the Republican chances of winning?
Well, they need Democrat support on that, and they're likely to get some on their way to 60 votes if they can get there. But, while we can see they will get some, it's not clear at all that they'll get enough.
And if there is a shutdown of the government, does that come with a political price?
Well, Republicans have shut down the government a couple of times in the last couple of decades, and I think you'd be hard-pressed to say that they really paid a harsh political price for that. I think the whole institution, though, does pay a price for that because it just continues to look dysfunctional. It continues to look like a swamp that needs to be drained. And remember that Donald Trump campaigned as the guy who could fix all that, who could drain the swamp. So it doesn't look good for him either, particularly when you consider that Republicans hold both houses of Congress as well as the White House.
All right, Keith, I know you'll be staying up late tonight. We'll continue to follow this story as it unfolds before us. As Keith mentioned, the U.S. government has been shut down before, so Americans do have a good idea of what to expect if there's another one when they wake up tomorrow.
They're really screwing us up.
When there's not enough money to run the government, lots of functions described as non-essential suddenly stop. Almost 1 million federal workers, up to 40% of the public service, could be sent home.
It's tough. I mean, people are really dedicated to the park and serving the public.
Some national parks and museums would be closed to thousands of visitors. Passports, mortgage, and gun permit applications would all be frozen.
They're going to ruin our chances of getting our disability checks.
Military and veterans' disability checks might not be issued.
We fought for this. We paid our dues to have our disability checks and stuff on time.
But members of Congress would still be paid. The government has officially shut down 18 times since 1976.
In the absence of appropriations, the White House is involved in an orderly phase down.
No one is here to answer your call.
It's happened under both Democratic and Republican administrations. Some lasted just a few hours, but the 1996 shutdown under Bill Clinton lasted the better part of a month, the longest in history.
It is morally indefensible to hold needed government services and hardworking federal employees hostage in a political battle.
4 years ago, it happened again, triggered by a fight over Obamacare funding.
This Republican shutdown did not have to happen.
Do a lot more ahead tonight on The National, including, Adrienne, a very special moment of the day.
Indeed.
It has to do with this guy. Recognize him? Of course you do, maybe not. We'll take a deep dive into the archives.
But first, a year ago, they were in Washington for very different reasons. One to celebrate an inauguration, the other to march in the streets. We brought them together, and despite some friction, they've actually stayed in touch. Up next, did a year of Trump bring them closer together or drive them further apart?
The stock market is going crazy, and people may not like him, but at the end of the day, what people care about is the money in their pockets.
I'm happy to pay more taxes if we spend them the way I would like to spend them.
The First World War still rages, and Halifax is an important hub and far from danger. At least that's what everyone thought.
CBC News has launched a new, exclusive, interactive experience. Go back with Adrienne Arsenault to the day of the Halifax explosion and experience the story for yourself in 360. From the sights to the sounds, be there to see what went wrong. Then learn more about the incredible stories in the aftermath, including the railway conductor who gave his life to save countless others. Check out the 360 experience on desktop, mobile, and headset. cbcnews.ca/Halifax Explosion.
It really was, man. From the introductory stage, we had to figure out how to build Halifax as it existed in 1917. So from Environment Canada data to actually get the hillsides dipping into the water, to where the water is, to where the bay is, how the curvature of it flows around into the basin, to insurance maps on where the buildings actually were, what they were made of, how tall they were, just to get that basic construction phase done before we had any storytelling around it. Took a lot of research, and we had a great team in Halifax to help us sort of dig through the archives and visit the universities and figure out where to get all of that material in the first place too.
I think the challenge was putting the camera in the best place to tell the story, where you could see everything you needed to see to understand as almost a participant why the decisions were made on that day that made such a difference.
You're placing items on a stage, you're trying to direct where people might pay attention, but also acknowledging that they may be paying attention to other areas. You're trying to light it in accurate ways, play with shadows, play with misdirection and direction, and all of that comes into play. So we're actually very lucky that both of us had a bit of a theater background coming into this to actually play with some of those concepts before the construction actually started.
We did draw by hand. Dwight mocked up by hand storyboards and
just like a conventional movie.
At the very beginning.
But we knew that those storyboards would only show 1/4 of the story, which is weird because you have to sign off on something knowing that there's this whole world that you can't see in the storyboards that is going to have to be built. We started off with laser topography, and then we layered in the buildings from insurance maps and details from the archives, archival photographs, and then on top of that, the events that you see, the ships moving, explosions, that basically comes from eyewitness testimony. You've probably seen these microphones where basically the two microphones are coming out of a dummy head. That's ambisonics. So she was able to put those sounds in space so that when you're using goggles to look around, everything's coming from where it should be coming.
What happens when you flip your phone and the entire environment has to flip with you? What happens when light filters through fog and disperses at different rates? And then we have to figure out how to render the fog on a mobile device versus on a desktop device. And getting it all to work with the device sensors that we have in smartphones today versus the desktop machine as well. It's the most technically challenging project this team has undertaken yet. I want them to feel connection to the history. As we've laid it out geographically, cinematically, getting human characters in there, feeling a sense of the humanity of who died, who was lost, who came back from the edge, getting a sense that this was a real thing that happened.
It does really come alive when you've been working with models of kids running across the street for months, and then suddenly you can hear their footsteps and them laughing, and you're like, wow, I'm there, I'm right there.
Yeah.
You know, all of this went to trial. After a disaster like this, it all went to trial, and all the people who survived, who were key to the event, testified. And so we actually know what happened according to their testimony, and so this is not an interpretation, this is fact.
Tomorrow will mark exactly 1 year since I took the oath of office. And I will say our country is doing really well.
That's Donald Trump addressing anti-abortion protesters and promising to further their agenda as he kicked off celebrations of his anniversary weekend. This weekend also marks 1 year since women turned out in huge numbers and pink hats to protest his presidency. We covered it all from Washington, and that's where we met two very different women. Kim Wilson, a rock-solid Republican, was at the inaugural ball celebrating a kindred spirit in the White House. Lorna Watt, a steadfast Democrat, was marching against a president she saw as toxic to women. When we brought them together, along with some of their friends, they didn't exactly get along.
Women shouldn't get a foot up because they're a woman.
Nobody's asking for foot up.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not asking for foot up.
You're saying if you're so weak that you're
No, we're not saying that. You're not listening. Kim, you're not listening to us.
Fight in a man's world, be able
Kim,
to
do you
fight.
think I don't work in a man's world?
So surprise, surprise, they actually kept in touch over the last year, and it was a year that saw America's partisan divide grow wider than ever. Pew Research from last year lays out the trends. More and more Democrats want their government active in world affairs. Most Republicans say pull back, focus on home. A record percentage of Democrats say racial discrimination keeps Black Americans down. Far fewer Republicans agree with that. How does that gap play out in real life? Well, let's catch up with Kim and Lorna.
If I'm making more money than someone else, I should have more money. I shouldn't have to take care of someone else who's not as smart or who's not working as hard.
At least they're still sort of talking.
It's that you can come here and build well.
In a year of Trump, Kim and Lorna have tried to keep a connection, but neither is budging politically.
I think everybody wants to work hard, and be proud of what they do.
Not everyone wants to work and be proud. They just want it for free.
What they fight about is statistically exactly what Americans are battling about now.
Okay, let's go.
This is Kim's universe.
Here, get in, guys.
A single mom with a good job and strong faith.
Good morning.
Hey, Father God, thank you for today, and thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Dedicated to the Cowboy Church just outside Albuquerque, which is for those living rodeo and rancher lifestyles. Here, God and guns are a real pairing.
We have 2 slots left. If you didn't hear about our concealed carry class, it's $100.
She represents a small Republican island in a largely Democrat and poor state. And politically here, her circle is small.
President Trump gearing up to speak to thousands of American farmers and ranchers today in Nashville.
She says that once she was a news junkie, but no more. It's Fox or nothing, and even then, not much of that.
CNN?
No.
You're just not even watching?
I can't even. It makes me so angry that I just can't. It makes me physically angry, like I am mad.
And did you try for a while to broaden out, to sort of read?
I didn't try that. What I've tried to do is be more open with my liberal friends and not so shut down. I mean, it used to be where I'd just say, that's ridiculous, you're an idiot, I don't want to talk to you. And I have tried to really be a lot more open and to see another side.
1 year on, there's little that makes her cringe, except, the tweeting.
Sometimes he says some stuff that I'm like, could you just think beforehand? To me, I do think you could be a little more presidential and not get in a pissing contest over tweets.
Is there one in particular you didn't like?
The one where they were talking about the nuclear button. That was a little childish to me.
The fundamentals of Trump's deeds, not words, keep her loyal.
I agree with the travel ban. I don't understand why we think that everyone has a right to come to our country and we're worried about hurting their feelings or worried about their rights. I think we have to say, I'm sorry, it's going to take a little longer till we can vet you. But if my kids end up somewhere where they are bombed by a terrorist because we were too lax, I would have a real issue with that.
And there it is, the entrenched worldview now carved into the American landscape, increasingly as rigid as rock and as distinct as the geography.
The Pew Research Center had a look at this and found that the conflicts between Republicans and Democrats are bigger than those between rich and poor, young and old, rural and urban, and black and white.
It's the social safety net discussions that Pew Research says shows the biggest gap now. 71% of Democrats want more support for the needy, for example. Only around 24% of Republicans agree. The split has never been that big.
Here, let's do this. Okay.
Money's always a prickly topic.
And add one more child.
So, a test. Tax calculators to see how Kim and Lorna will each fare under Trump's new plan.
Oh, it went down.
A few $1,000s due back for Kim. She'd hoped for more, but it's cash in hand. And that, she says, is Trump fulfilling his promise to Americans.
I think he'll be a two-term president. I just think financially the stock market is going crazy, and people may not like him, but at the end of the day, what people care about is the money in their pockets.
Drain on revenue from the new tax law will come from other indirect.
Change the landscape, change the politics. Lorna Watt in her Silicon Valley knitting studio.
This is really simple.
The tax calculator has some good news for her, too.
$5,170.
You'll get $5,000 back.
Mm-hmm. I don't care about that number because I don't care about this tax plan. It's always good to have more money in your pocket, but compared to like how much it's threatening like all other social services, no, I don't think that's a fair price to pay. I'm happy to pay more taxes if we spend them the way I would like to spend them.
Is there one thing he did that, looking back on it in his first year, you think, you know what, that was an interesting idea, not so bad?
No.
No, there's not one.
No.
It is an economic civil war.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo last week.
That's public radio she and her sister are listening to. No Fox here.
This could cause people to leave the state of New York.
Did you change your sort of diet of news over the last year?
I added a couple sites to my favorites, like the American Conservative, the Wall Street Journal, Financial Times. I think it opens your bubble as a liberal to read more about money, because I think money rules the world more than anything else. Ooh, it's raining.
No shift in opinions, though.
Hey, guys.
The business Lorna and her sister run is successful.
Oh, this needs a lot of work down here.
San Francisco's a great market for their knitting installations.
Hi.
They get contracts from companies and the city to try to beautify areas, sometimes that struggle. She sees a lot of poverty and seems to be keeping in a lot of rage.
What is this thing that's happening with you, though, where you are holding yourself so taut in this conversation and restraining yourself so much?
I try really hard to respect the other side and where people are coming from, but I just think they're wrong, and it makes me mad that I have to sort of speak in reasonable terms when it's I think all the information you're getting is wrong.
Some faux taxidermy.
But rather than just cut off all communications, these two women, Lorna the Democrat, Kim the Republican, keep trying. Snapchat is their preferred safe zone.
I sent her the socks.
I replied and said, you can't see his hands, he's probably tweeting, or it looks like he's tweeting.
Benign stuff, mostly, but...
Ooh, I have an idea.
Every now and then there is a little political poking. Gentle teasing, something they can agree on.
See what she says.
So expect some more protests by women this weekend. Who knows if they'll reach last year's epic proportions. But we do know hundreds of women who marched last January didn't leave it at that. Trump's victory has spurred a record number of women, first-time candidates, to run for office and stand against Trump and his agenda. One of them spoke with our Lindsay Dunco.
It started off rough, pretty rough last year. And I figured now is the time. And so many of my friends were jumping into races, and I thought, why not me?
Vanjie Williams is running for Congress, and she'll be speaking at the march in D.C. Watch The National this Sunday for a deeper look at the tidal wave of women inspired by Trump's election to seek power.
I just love that piece, Adrian. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that, but I loved it. Ahead on The National, an Indigenous man's race to try and save the lives in the midst of Canada's suicide crisis. Andrew Baer travels the country to convince young people that no matter how dark things look, there is always a way back to the light. But building trust is not easy.
The time of being silent needs to end now. We need to actually raise our voices and let people know that enough is enough.
Remember, you can go deeper on the stories of the day earlier in the day. Subscribe to our newsletter at cbcnews.ca/The National. The National today takes you inside our journalism every afternoon.
Mr. Suzuki. Hi, my name's Jordan Kochek. I'm your new best friend.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, let's go do stuff.
Okay, let's see. You know, we're running around, working. People are working a lot harder. We have less time to play with our kids. We have less time to do the things we want. Why? Because we seem to feel we've got to get more money in order to buy more stuff. And yet, if you think about it, does stuff make us happier? I think that we've got to really sit down and ask, what is it all about? What are the things that really matter?
So what are we going to do today? What do you want to do today?
Well, the thing that I do when, you know, as I do say, I travel too much, but the thing I've tried to do wherever I go is to slot in a bit of time and go to a gym. I just do this 15 times.
Keep it going.
So you're going to start soon?
Exercising?
Yeah.
You live a great life, you're careful with the environment, but is there something you indulge in that makes you feel really guilty?
Well,
there's got to be something. Do you burn styrofoam for fun? Do you, I don't know.
French fries. I have a weakness for French fries.
Then why are French fries so bad?
Well, they're bad for me. They're bad for me.
Do you?
Hey, thank you very much.
No problem.
Yum. Oh, boy. Yeah. Mm. Oh, awesome.
You feel guilty?
No.
Now, I have to admit, I'm a little intimidated because you're you.
You're bigger than me? What do you mean?
Well, no, not fight-wise, but you know, like, is he gonna look at the leather in my coat? Is he gonna? Is my coffee cup recyclable? You know, do you kind of walk around and just?
No, if I did that, of course, I'd be mad all the time, and I'd be a drag. Nobody would want to spend any time with me. No, I think it's very important that we not be so judgmental that we can't meet people, talk to them. As I say, we all live with inconsistencies. We're not going to be perfect little environmentalists, perfect parents, or whatever. And we have to accept that. Good aim.
Yeah. And it sometimes crosses my mind and really bothers me that we are just apes. We are just animals.
Shouldn't bother you. I mean, that's the celebration to me. I mean, our chimpanzees are our brothers and sisters.
I know, isn't that wild?
But that's great. They're our relatives.
I guess. Maybe that's why it's such a hairy back. I don't know.
Well, you're not as evolved as Asians, of course, so you're hairier like the apes. But,
I guess you're right. Ukrainians are very hairy. You gotta see my Uncle Ron. David, thank you for being my new best friend. Did you have a good time?
It's been a great time, yeah.
Great. It was a pleasure to meet you. I'll
see you
miss
again.
It was a show of support for a community in crisis. Today, the Prime Minister visited Pekangicum First Nation in Northern Ontario, a place we've told you about before, where suicide has had far too many faces. This afternoon, local youth called on Justin Trudeau for more help with that problem and others, as Margot McDermott explains.
Oh, there we go. Look at this.
Justin Trudeau was clearly embracing the weather and the ice fishing in Pekangicum today.
Here we go. This is the Northern Pike.
He's the first Prime Minister to visit this remote Ojibwa community of 3,000 people in Northern Ontario.
Come on. You got it. It's good eats.
A lot of laughs on the local lake. But this was also a serious visit to talk about big problems.
And I know the community is very pleased to have the very first Prime Minister ever set foot on our reserve.
Trudeau had promised to visit after a fatal fire killed 9 people in a home 2 years ago. The lack of housing is still so bad that families have to sleep in shifts. There's no clean running water. 3/4 of the population is under the age of 25, and the suicide rate is one of the highest in the world.
But I also want to hear and I want to learn.
At the local high school, Trudeau faced polite but pointed questions.
What are you going to do about the ever-increasing suicide rates in this community?
Underage youth start drinking and sniffing gas. What are your plans to rehabilitate?
What are your plans to renovate the houses to help us get running water in our daily lives?
Trudeau says he's determined to work with community leaders to help tackle the ongoing suicide crisis, but also to give people hope for the future. That includes clean drinking water and better housing.
We know that unless you can start with safe, secure, adequate housing, it becomes difficult to succeed at anything else in life.
The federal government is also spending $60 million to connect Pekangicum to the Ontario power grid this year, allowing it to scrap its old diesel generator for a reliable source of electricity for the first time. Margot McDermott, CBC News, Ottawa.
Now, Pekangicum is hardly the only First Nation with problems affecting young people and their mental health.
I get calls every single day from a youth that says, I feel like killing myself.
That was Andrew Baer. He's an Indigenous man from Saskatchewan with a difficult past who's now trying to empower First Nation youth and make sure they have a future. Olivia Stefanovic has his story.
How many of you know you're awesome? I want to help you with that.
Andrew Baer is on a mission.
I'm awesome! Come on, let me hear you.
He's trying to teach kids to love themselves.
You know why? Because you are awesome.
His lessons don't come from textbooks, but life experience.
Being a former gangster, being a former drug addict.
Baer says he spent 15 years in prison for second-degree murder.
A lot of the Kookums and Muslims were praying for me while I was in the penitentiary and giving up. I gave up. But if they had given up, I may not have been out today.
After his release, Baer turned his life around. He decided he wanted to help Indigenous youth, and for the past decade, he's been holding workshops on First Nations across the country to try to stop the suicide crisis.
The suicide prevention that's being taught out there is not working.
Baer uses his story to empower youth, meeting with students as early as kindergarten and motivating them to speak up about depression and suicide, the leading cause of death among Indigenous youth in Canada.
What do you think Canada is missing about the conversation and the issue of suicide amongst especially Indigenous people across the country?
Well, one of the big things is trust.
Baer says he also trains counselors on their approach to mental health.
If you don't know what to say about yourself, that's good. How do you expect these young little youth to say something good about themselves.
Today, he helped 13-year-old Zoe Tawiaka.
Like sometimes I hurt too much, so like that workshop actually helped me.
Community leaders say they're starting to notice a difference.
Well, that's a big thing because a lot of our students are systematically protecting themselves and over the number of years of residential school abuse and stuff like that. So it's hard for them to speak out.
This little light of mine.
It bears hope that these kids will continue using their voices to help themselves, inspire others, and save lives.
Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Olivia Stefanovic, CBC News, Standing Buffalo, Dakota Nation.
We'll be back in a moment with much more, but as we go to break, remember you can always get the real story from CBC News journalists all day long. Find powerful images on Instagram, exclusive video on Facebook, and you can tweet us at CBC The National.
So help you God, so help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
For hundreds of kids in the heart of the troubled Jane and Finch neighborhood, this was a day they'll never forget.
Obama, as an African American, makes you run towards your dreams and accomplishments, and it just gives you the speed of light.
He is a very inspiring person. He changed a lot of things, and many other things will change in the future too because of him.
It just goes to show that Black people can do anything anyone else can do.
Speaking out in poems and songs.
The dream we all see is not just a dream. From yes we can to this dawn, the message of love will go on.
Students at Brookview Middle School came together to watch and listen as U.S. President Barack Obama made his inaugural speech to the world.
But because it is the surest route to our common good.
Seeing him actually make the speech for his first day of work was actually amazing.
Martin Luther King's speech, I had a dream, didn't go to waste. Like his dream was about to come true.
There's segregation and still in the United States, but he can move past that and become president and really change the world.
For the school's principal, this was truly a day of hope.
The dream that we all share is that one day our school will not be characterized by its toughness or, the gang-related activities in the area. We'll be characterized by the outstanding citizens we're sending out into the community. And that day is not very far away.
I'm just glad I'm alive so that I could be a part of this wonderful expression of love for one individual and his wife and beautiful children.
I heard the voice of the Reverend Martin Luther King, who in 1963 urged us all, brothers and sisters of this continent, sisters and brothers of this world, to dare to dream big, who urged us all to dare to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. That dream, proclaimed by the Reverend Martin Luther King, helped to pave the way for an African American to take office in the White House today.
On the next Heartland.
When you're on my team, you're first place or you're no place.
Smoother approach next time.
Is honesty the best policy?
I don't feel like doing this.
Trust me to do my job.
This secret you're holding, we need to face it together.
Heartland, Sunday at 7 on CBC. This March, the Pyeongchang 2018 Paralympic Games are coming to CBC, Canada's Paralympic Network.
Let this sentence strike fear in anyone who thinks it is okay to hurt another person. Abusers, your time is up. The survivors are here, standing tall, and we are not going anywhere.
That is three-time Olympic gold medalist Ali Raceman speaking today at the sentencing hearing for former U.S. gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar. He pleaded guilty in November to 10 counts of first-degree sexual assault. but at least 140 women and girls have come forward with allegations. Many of them are getting the chance to speak in court ahead of his sentencing. Among them, retired Olympian Jordan Weber, who publicly identified herself as one of Nasser's victims for the first time today.
I'm angry with myself for not recognizing the abuse, and that's something I'm struggling with today. But even though I'm a victim, I do not and will not live my life as one. I'm an Olympian, despite being abused.
Nasser faces a minimum sentence of 25 to 40 years in prison. That will be in addition to the 60 years he's already received for separate child pornography crimes. You may remember last night we told you about that powerful windstorm that hit parts of Europe. Well, tonight we have more incredible video to show you from that storm. Lots of people talking about this nail-biting landing yesterday in Germany. At the time, winds were gusting at up to 110 kilometers an hour. The pilot was able to straighten out and make the landing, a flight they and their passengers probably won't be forgetting anytime soon. How does a wind turbine collapse on itself? That's the question officials are trying to answer in Ontario. After one snapped in half overnight, it has since been disconnected from the grid. Chatham-Kent police say no one was hurt. The area has been fenced off for safety.
Oh, Jim Horton, what do your answer do? You got so crazy, what are you going to do?
Demonstrations across the country today aimed at Tim Hortons. At least 50 protests stretching from Vancouver to Halifax. This follows that minimum wage hike in Ontario earlier this month, which led some franchises to eliminate employee benefits such as paid breaks. The Ontario Premier, Kathleen Wynne, accusing the company of using its workers as pawns in the minimum wage debate. In Alberta this week, a bear visiting a Dairy Queen drive-thru prompted a government investigation.
We've got Berkeley in the drive-thru testing out some ice cream so she can pick out her birthday cake. We've added some peanuts.
The video posted by Discovery Wildlife Park. The zoo says the one-year-old captive bear was on a chain the entire time. They also posted a second video of Berkeley eating her cake.
Do you need help getting into the ice cream? I think she's happy with all that icing.
She is.
So this may be cute. Wildlife experts, though, are also calling it irresponsible and dangerous. The province called it disturbing. They have launched that investigation into the drive-thru video and the terms of the zoo's permit. But Discovery Wildlife Park says these videos are meant to be educational.
So we decided to dig into our archives for this next one. 30 years ago today, a certain young journalist was covering an exciting story on CBC's Midday. This Flashback Friday is our moment of the day.
Now, I understand that you have a special passion for the omelette. From the kitchen of the Meridian Hotel in Vancouver, the man whose idea it was to make the world's largest omelette. Jacques, first of all, let's clear something up. Is this the world's largest omelette or just a big set of scrambled eggs?
Well, it was an omelette. Some people have a different opinion about it, but insofar as we are concerned, the record was broken for the world's largest omelette at that time.
Now, this particular omelette wasn't done in a matter of seconds. I think it took about an hour and a half to cook.
That's right, yes.
Did it meet your standards?
Yes, it did meet the standard. The omelette was absolutely outstanding, just like if you would cook a single omelette.
Now, there is a bit of a problem. According to the latest edition of the Guinness Book of World Records, someone else has created an even bigger omelette, and some 54,000 eggs were used in this new one. Are you going to try to get the record back in Canada?
Well, why not?
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
I have so many questions, So and do I. few of them are about omelets. Listen, this may or may not be payback for a certain 20-year-old video you ran just a few weeks ago.
It's a good thing I'm only 20. No. Okay, let's just look at it again, just for a moment, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's just look at it again,
Just
and
for a
maybe
moment.
I don't know if we can do it side by side. No, we don't have it. Okay. Oh yeah, like the hair still looks good, but I don't. What was happening with the glasses? And I don't know. Would you like to explain any of this?
Well, yeah, I guess one word, 80s, okay? So, remember, this was the decade of Flock of Seagulls. And for those of you who don't know what that is, just look it up. There are 30 years of archives of me. So, lots of chance to get me over and over and over again.
We'll just do this every Friday night.
All right, we got to go home. That is the National for January 19th. Good night.
Bye.